What's up, guys? Mike the Cop. And there is something that I think cops really need to stop doing. And it goes a little something like this.
Afternoon, sir. Driver's license, registration, and proof of insurance, please. All right, no problem, sir. Also, just want to let you know, I have my concealed pistol license. It's on my right hip.
Oh, gonna need you to hand that to me for my safety and yours.
Okay. No problem, sir.
All right, I'll be right back with you. All right, everything checked out. I'm just gonna give you a warning today, and here's your gun back. Drive safely. There you go. All right.
Thanks.
I got you. Yeah, I will defend my brothers. I will defend the weak. I will pursue and fight evil so others may sleep. I am the sheepdog, protecting the night. Wolf hunters unite. Bring it on. It's time to fight.
So you have a concealed pistol license or a CCW, whatever your state calls it, or your state allows you to conceal carry without a license or permit. Either way, some states are mandatory disclosure that when you come in contact with a law enforcement officer in the course of his or her duties, that you are required to inform them, such as on a traffic stop. I have not seen this too many times. I have seen it. I've seen it on videos, not that that makes it any more or less common. It's just something that I'm aware that some cops do, and I don't think that they should do it. I think it's mostly nonsensical. And I'm not going to belabor the point. I'm just going to give you a couple of common sense reasons why, and we can discuss it in the comments below as well. First, we're introducing a gun into the situation in a way that it doesn't need to be introduced. We're aware of the gun. If he or she has already shown that they have a legal right and are in compliance with the law to have that firearm, why do I want to pass it from one person to another? If they did want to do me harm, now I'm introducing the gun into the situation even further than it already is. Not to mention then you increase the proclivity for some type of accidental discharge, increase tensions and nervousness, literally all for no reason. Secondly, there's one study that I looked at, and I will put it in the description below, that demonstrates the massive decrease in the proclivity for criminal behavior in those who legally own and carry firearms. In other words, we're pulling over the good guys in this case. Why do I want to hold on to the gun of a good guy? Why do I want to make them feel as though they could possibly pose a threat to me just because they have a weapon on them? I get it. Those with nefarious intent, they may have a gun on them and you would not want them to have a firearm, but that's not who we're talking about. We're talking about someone who you may have come in contact with as a law enforcement officer for a very valid reason, whether that's a traffic law or whether that's some other situation that you've been called to and they disclose to you that they have their firearm. But if they're the good guy, if they have already demonstrated that they have met the requirements to legally carry that firearm, why do we want to interfere with that? They're the good guys. Lastly, I don't know, the Second Amendment? If anything, police officers should be the ones who are encouraging the participation, the active participation in the exercise of our Second Amendment rights. We want to do everything we can to promote that and to ensure that people are protected to exercise those rights as much as possible. And I think that we confuse the issue when all of a sudden we're saying this is for our safety and your safety to take a firearm. That doesn't really make any sense. Now, of course, there are times where I have pulled over someone who is, let's just say, clearly intoxicated, or who I believe to be clearly intoxicated, and they have a firearm in the car. I'll probably take that out and I'll probably put it in my patrol car and secure it there. I don't want there to be an issue because someone is not in their full mental or physical capacities at the time. Or perhaps there is someone in the vehicle that for some reason may have access to that firearm, and at that time now saying that it's for my safety or for your safety, maybe taking possession of the firearm and moving it to a secure location during the duration of the stop makes more sense. There can be, in my mind, some situations in which that does make sense, but again, I'm talking about like the common, typical traffic stop or encounter with a law-abiding citizen whom you're having this contact with. And one last little bonus reason just popped into my head. Why do you want this traffic stop to be any longer than it already is? Why add a step? Just get it over with. Now, I can respect that other people have reasons based on their experience or their ideas that maybe I'm not considering. I just think that in my experience, which is 9 years of law enforcement, I don't find it necessary. I've never taken someone's gun who's a law-abiding citizen on a traffic stop or in a lawful encounter, unless some of those other extenuating circumstances exist that I briefly touched on. Otherwise, thank you for being a law-abiding citizen. Thank you for exercising your Second Amendment right. And you, sir or ma'am, carry on. Good day. Oh, hit the notification bell. Subscribe. Share the video.